Hi everyone, thank you for joining me once again. Today we're going to talk about women of miracles and the legends that are surrounding them. Within Jewish tradition, we can hear about women that are performing miracles, and because they are considered to be so very important and spiritual, we learn about different legends and miracles that are connected to them and lasted throughout the generations. One of those women is Osnat Barzani. She is the daughter of a very important rabbi in Kurdistan between the 16th and the 17th centuries. She is a woman known to take the leadership among the community after her father passes away. It is very rare. She does marry one of his pupils in his yeshiva, but she is the one that is becoming the leader. She's studying the Torah and she's studying Jewish traditions and she's starting to lead the community, both in the social manner but also the theological one, which is very rare. She's known to be a poet and a writer, and she is teaching lessons to others. And what we do know is that although what she wrote is not necessarily mystical or Kabbalistic, they do think that in her writing you can find a certain aspect of spirituality because she was studying the Torah or Jewish traditions as something that helps the world keep on going. So you do have the symbiotic connection between humans and the divine, and they need to connect through this sacred learning in order to keep existing. They say that she knew secret names of God, of the divine, and at some point they tell a story, this legend about a fire that breaks within the community, the neighborhoods, the synagogue, and she is helping the fire to go out just by saying sacred names of the divine, biblical sentences, and other mystical teachings that she knows. And this is how the fire starts to disappear. It only happens because she is a righteous woman with this divine knowledge, so she can protect her people. She is considered to be a woman with very special supernatural and spiritual powers and abilities, much like Hannah Rachel Werbmacher of the 19th century in the area of Ukraine. They say that she had this thing called in Jewish tradition an extra soul, or that one day she felt when she woke up she had those powers. The men of the community are giving her a very hard time because she has those abilities, but she is considered to be someone performing miracles because she really delved into the Jewish traditions and the Jewish teachings, and people are coming for her to ask for blessings and for different things that she can do that will heal them. Another woman known in those areas is Sarah Batovim. Sarah Batovim was known as a woman to write prayers and poems for women. They were part of these prayers of books for women. Her prayers were known all throughout Asia, Europe, and Africa. And when people pray those prayers, especially women, they started to see her as a righteous woman and someone who creates prayers that has this certain spiritual quality. Later on, writers, even men that will write prayer, would add her name to their creation so it could point out to the quality and the spiritual aspect of what they are writing. In a version of Cinderella within Jewish traditions, the writer is turning Sarah Batovim into the fairy godmother within the story. She is considered to be someone that helps you find your true love if you are truly a good person that is dedicated to the divine and to being a good person doing good deeds. And then if you turn to her, she will help you as the fairy godmother to find the love of your life. In this story, she leaves a pair of golden shoes that will help the prince or the guy in the story to find his true love later on. But those stories teach us that women could have risen to this point where considered to be important, spiritual, and have this aura of miracles surrounding them. If you know stories such as those about different women of wonder and miracles, do share them with us. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.